What's happening, everybody? I'm back. It's me, the resident supervillain, Mr. J. Washington, and I'm here with the Season 1, Episode 7 review of Stargirl on the DC Universe and the CW. And if you ain't seen the episode yet, come on back, because it's going to be spoilers. How you doing, everybody? Thank you for watching all the previous 6. Thank you for those who have been commenting on the recent ones and giving me their thoughts and opinions on the show. And, you know, it's what keeps me doing this. We've established Winston ain't doing this with me, so I'm here. This story builds up so well. I didn't take notes like I normally do every week where I write down each thing that happens bit by bit, but I'll just give you an overlay of what I think of the episode for this review. So I don't know if it'll be as long as the normal ones are or if it'll be shorter. If not, make it easier for me when it comes to editing all this shit. Either way. The fact that we clearly see what this story is going to, where it's going to phase out the older, both JSA and ISA members, and is going to focus solely on the kids. And I think the fact that the kids will be probably more violent than the adults. And I'm not just talking about the kids in the ISA, even with the JSA. I like how, you know, Courtney as Stargirl, she's like, yo, I know what I'm doing. And technically speaking, she doesn't. You know, you even find that out in the previous episode when Dr. Midnight was talking to Beth. And, you know, one of the things we're talking about with identities, telling her about rookie mistakes, and how Courtney, as we've said in the comments, and I've said here numerous times, she makes a lot of those rookie mistakes repeatedly. The fact that Pat wanted to train the team because he's like, yo, you all need to learn to work together as a team. Yeah, you all dealt with Sportsmaster and Tigress. Yeah, we got that. But you all don't know how to be a cohesive unit. You know what I'm saying? You just got some stuff. You got some abilities now. Courtney, you've been doing this. You've been twirling around on your glow stick. Rick, you turned the hourglass over and you got strong for an hour. Like, you took extra strength Viagra for muscles. You know what I'm saying? That's what you took. Yeah, Yolanda, you can hit a punching bag and you're starting to learn how to fight, and the suit helps you. And Beth, like he said, Rick said that Beth, she can talk a lot, but they don't know how to work together as a team. And Pat had them at the pit shop after school, and he was about to show them. He showed them all the members of the ISA and was about to start training them. And Courtney decides to destroy everything. She's like, "Yo, I got this." And then it was great because the other members of the team were like, yo, we wanted to try this. I needed to help learn this. Bethany was like, yo, I'm a newbie at this. And it makes Courtney feel shitty, which it should. And we're seeing this a lot. Now, I know some people are probably going to get tired of that trope, if you will, whereas Courtney is always feeling like, oh, I'm doing the right thing, but then feeling shitty. But no, I think that's a thing you have to see when it comes to fledgling superheroes. No matter if they're young or old, a lot of them get headstrong, they think, because they have abilities or they're capable of doing certain things, that they know everything was going on, and automatically nobody needs to train them because they've been in a few little scuffles. They've held their own for the most part, and they know what they're doing. But forget that when it comes to a team, I hate to use this saying, it always goes around, there's no I in team. That's plain and simple what it is. There's no I in team. And so to see that was interesting. Also to find out that Cindy's mom, her stepmom, first of all, she treats her like a whole hoe. You just punk her the shit out because you find out she's not really a real person. She's just like a clone created by her daddy. And like she just bitched her stepmom out. Was like, yo, I want wine and cheese. Like, you gonna give me wine and cheese. Like, you are a fucking high schooler. She was like, bitch, did you tell me no? Like, you know, don't do that. She was like, I'll tell my father. She was like, you shouldn't do that. Matter of fact, do you want Pinot Noir? You know what I'm saying? Would you like this nice Pinot Noir? It's been aired out. It's about a 20-year, you know what I'm saying? It's a 20-year here. It's got a good aroma when you aerate it. You know what I'm saying? I keep a bottle in the room. Cindy was like, bring that shit to my room. I was like, well, damn. But we've seen throughout the show how much of an asshole she is. You see, if you know the comic books, you know we already know that she's the Dragon King's daughter, but you see how much of an asshole she is. You even see how she treats Henry when he's in the hospital visiting his dad. How she's like, yo, so look, you need to come in and get this suit for homecoming so we can go. He like, bitch, my daddy died. Daddy's almost dead. Like, yo, I don't want to go to this homecoming, and she has to soften up, and you think it's because it's her having a heart. But you find out later on that it's actually her father placed her there in that position to watch Henry to see if his abilities manifest, because he knows that the kids of the ISA, those who have genetic abilities, will inherit them. And so she's even like, yo, can I break up with dude? Or better yet, can she even address to the other kids at the school that, because she knows everything. She knows about the ISA. Remember, when she comes home from the house, she goes in the basement, and the stepmom was like, "You ain't supposed to go down there." And she like, "Bitch, whatever." Start putting the code in, go downstairs. Even walks past Solomon Grundy in his cage, well, his lockup, his cell, and tells him, "Stop looking at me, creep." She didn't freak out, so let you know she knows about this. She hears about the ISA's discussion, trying to find out who the new JSA is. She's like, she wants a seat at the table, and she wants to be able. She wants to feel comfortable. She still is a kid. She wants to have people to talk to, and the only way she feels like she can talk to people are those that are just like her, who she knows about, but they don't know. You know, Cameron has had the instance where he's blown the freeze breath when he blew out the candle, but he doesn't know. But Icicle knows. Before Brainwave had his accident, he was asking Henry, his son, did he feel like he could read his thoughts? He knew, but Henry didn't know. And now Henry's starting to slowly pick. We've been seeing him pick up his abilities, and he doesn't realize it. He just thinks he's hearing people yell, or he's just hearing all these voices, but he doesn't know until he actually cheats on the test. But for her, you find out she's been knowing, and not only that, that her dad experimented on her and gives her the blades, i.e., she becomes Shiv. Gives her the blade, and she damn near tries to test her daddy. She takes the dragon one, her dad's like, put that down. And she still grabbed, like, yo, this shows you how much love the Dragon King has for his daughter, but also patience. Because, like, he wants her to be the best version of a villain eventually she can be, you can tell. But I think what may happen, and I might be wrong, again, these stories can go one way or another, she's going to put her father down. Because she already took the suit, as we see later on in the episode, when Courtney is at the homecoming game. Courtney's chasing after Principal Bowen in school. Principal Bowen disappears, and clearly, so shouts out to the ISA for being that plug. The fact that everywhere they work or live has an underground entrance into the lair of the ISA. Ain't nobody did schematics on the town. But then again, when you think about it, everybody that runs the town is part of the ISA. Like, that's really cool. But when she goes down there, how Courtney finds the place, and then she sees Stargirl. And that's when, you know, Cindy was like, fuck all this with the cheerleading suit, takes the cheerleading suit off and puts on the Shiv uniform and proceeds to whip Courtney's ass later. I'll get into that in a moment. What else was there? Something that was interesting I want to talk about. How her, Cindy's best friend Jenna was like, bitch, why are you such a bitch? I'm tired of you. Like, yo, I'm supposed to be your homie, but like you keep treating me like shit, and like I'm glad you're not going. Like she's trying to tell her, like, be happy for me. I'm going to the homecoming dance. I'm doing these things, and every time she tells her something positive, Cindy was shitting on her, and I was like, I kind of don't blame you. Like, get your unhappy ass away from me. Another thing is the relationship we're seeing. There were so many different plots to this. Of course, there's never, with a TV show, there's never just an A plot and a B plot. Sometimes there's an A, B, and C. And if you're lucky and the writing is very well done, you can get an A, B, C, and D plot. Well, not only do you have the plot of Cindy wanting to be accepted by the ISA, you have the plot of Courtney having to learn to be an actual team member and working with a team with the JSA. You have Icicle, who's about to go on a work trip with Courtney's mom. That's like C. And clearly, he finna try to smash because he low-key flirts with her at work, you know, helping her get things. He believes in what she does, but he also is attracted to her. You can see it. They have to go to a work thing on a work trip for a couple of days to get something passed. But while that's happening, you know, Courtney's mom, Barbara's like, yo, this is good. I'm glad you believe in me, blah, blah, blah. Thanks for the opportunity. And later you see when Jordan's getting ready, he's packing, he's ready to go. Cameron comes in and they talk about being happy. And, you know, Cameron asks Jordan, when are you going to be happy? He's like, Mama wants you to be happy. When are you going to find somebody? And he was like, I'm good. I'm happy. You see him say he's happy, but I can pretty much see within the next episode, he might try a move on Barbara. It's not going to be one of those, I don't know if I should say it this way, but it's not going to be one of those forceful trying to just take advantage. It's going to be one of those he perceives there's something between the two when there really isn't. And that's going to cause strain. If that makes sense. You get what I'm saying? You have that. You also have the plot of Mike being jealous of Courtney for the amount of time she's spending with his father. Because we hear it revealed at the game when she was like, yo, Pat's my dad. You realize that, right? Like, you don't see me trying to spend every day, every 24 hours with Barbara. Like, we've been through a lot. Like, yo, let me have time with my father. And I can see that happens a lot in real relationships and real mixed families, if you will, where at one point, the child of the spouse of the other party gets closer to the marrying partner than the original child was already there. So that happens. If I made that was confusing because it sounded confusing when I said it. So basically, like I said, you have Pat the father, Mike the son, Barbara the mother, Courtney the daughter. Well, normally, again, in most times when those relationships start, Courtney doesn't really care for Pat, and sometimes Mike might not care for Barbara. But we see a difference in the show. But now something happens, the JSA, the Starman Stargirl relationship, that brings Pat and Courtney together, and now she's appreciating him because now she's allowing him to see so much more and connecting to a part of her life she missed. Not just the fact of him being her stepfather. That's minimal. It's the fact she gets to connect to the part of her actual father, Starman, which a lot of people were saying in comments, and I've been reading and talking to people. Some people think that what may actually happen, and this might be a good plot twist, even though I hope it wasn't given away too early, that Starman really isn't her father. I think that's going to be the biggest twist we might find. I don't think we'll find out first season. If we do, it's like that'll be a good way to go, because then Courtney will feel like everything she was doing was for nothing, when in all actuality, she was just meant to be the new Stargirl. I think that'd be nice. But to see now Mike going back to the point I was making, Mike being upset that Courtney is spending so much time with her. I'll go back to when Cindy finds Courtney in the lair and proceeds to whoops her ass back out to the gym. And for a while, Courtney is holding her own. But then the crazy part is I'm surprised. Well, I think Courtney realized that was Cindy when she saw her in the light for a brief second. I think Courtney saw that. And because of Courtney's mask, Cindy doesn't know who Courtney is, which is cool. But after that ass whooping, and after the shining knight came in to save who's the janitor, I'm assuming, as we can look, if you tell with the mirror, when he looked in the mirror, he's going to shave the beard and everything. They're going to see exactly who he is, and that's going to be an extra member of the JSA. So if you're looking at the thumbnail now for this review, you just see Stripe, the robot, Stargirl, Hourman, Wildcat, and Dr. Midnight. Those are your main members of the JSA that we're going to show, right? You're going to get Jakeem Thunder. You're going to get him. He's going to come on board. You're going to get the Shining Knight, or Shining Knight, it says Shining Wizard. I'm thinking wrestling. The Wizard, the Knight. Why do I keep saying Wizard? Because they're both medieval. You're going to get the Knight. I still in my heart don't believe we're getting a Green Lantern. I mean, we finally said Green Lantern this episode. They finally actually said the words Green Lantern. So it's not just a plot device. It's not just an Easter egg. There's a Green Lantern. That's a member of the JSA. Again, I'm not 100%. I think if anything, like I said before, I know people are like, well, after Crisis, they said that Stargirl's on a different Earth and blah, 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 blah. And I don't know if... My belief in that is everything's one Earth now. From what I was talking to from Guggenheim and all the people involved at the heads of the CW DC verse. And I think that what we saw at the end of Crisis was what the Earths were before. The Earth numbers before. That makes sense. I don't believe there's a multiverse. There's a whole bunch of, they keep saying everything is one Earth. I think those were the Earths before, and they were showing you the numbers of Earths, Earth 2, 91, these different things, and now it's Earth Prime. And I understand the continuity that doesn't happen between Doom Patrol and Titans, which should occur. I understand that. But I still believe that Diggle will somehow possibly be the Green Lantern. Or This Green Lantern in the JSA and Stargirl sets up the Green Lantern HBO Max series, which is for sure happening. So I I'm holding on to that theory, and I've been about 97% right with most of the things that I've talked to people about, that I've heard, that I've researched, and some things I've spitballed. I'll admit, some things I've spitballed, but we'll see. We'll see. So I think that. But going back to the end after the fight, when the cosmic staff goes to get Pat after Courtney got her ass whiz ass zooped, Pat comes in the gym yelling court, and we see Cindy disappear for a second, roll away. Like she can move quickly. Her martial arts skills are impressive. But I think in part two, because this is a two-part episode, in part two, we'll see that Cindy saw Pat take her and call her Court, and she will realize that Stargirl is Courtney. She'll have that. She'll use that as leverage to join the ISA officially, and from there she'll decipher that. Okay, so if that's Stargirl, then Yolanda must be Wildcat, Beth must be Dr. Midnight, Rick, Hourman, so on and so forth. And then we'll see what the second part gets. And then again, even after that, we'll see, because I don't know if they've got the full ride. I think they got like 13 or 16 episodes. I gotta double check. But matter of fact, I'll check while I'm on here with y'all. Y'all know how I am. We're gonna do this live and in living color, because I want to make sure I know exactly how many episodes they got. Because this way, I can tell you pretty much, I can give a pretty much positive summation of what to. That is not how you spell star. That is STRA. What did I do wrong? Lord Jesus. Okay, so let's hit that Stargirl. So okay, why my internet? There's been something up with T-Mobile. When I just paid my bill, so it's like, y'all need to be really good to me, because I need my service. Like, y'all on BS. All right, come on. Where's the search result? See, this is what happens, ladies and gentlemen, when you and this is a good phone too. It's a brand new phone. I got it now. All episodes. No, I don't want to add the show to my watch list. I already watched it. So they have 13 episodes. So, here we go. This is how I can tell you some things that happened. So the next episode is Shiv Part 2. The 9th episode is Brainwave. The 10th episode, Brainwave Jr. So that is how pretty much we'll get Henry into the fold. The 11th episode is The Shining Knight, who's the janitor. 12 and 13 are both titled Stars and Stripes, Part 1 and Part 2. So, okay. All right. So, 13 episodes. By the 13th episode, everything will play out. Everybody will know who they are. Things will build up. So, again, as I always do, Winston and I were talking about this with the Doom Patrol reviews. Got to figure out a new scale rating. On a scale of 1 to 5 stars, I'm giving this episode a 5. I thought it was going to start off kind of slow and was probably going to just be a 4.5, but it picked up in so much drama and left you hanging on such a high note to where you can't wait for the next episode. Like, again, the fight between Shiv and Stargirl wasn't the best looking fight, because it was done darker, so they were trying to give you more of a dramatic flair, but it didn't take away from the action for me personally. It didn't take away from the story or anything like that. So I'm rocking with this show from all the way from beginning to end. I'm currently working on hopefully getting some interviews with the cast. So I want to hit up their PR department so I can, interview the cast and see if I can get some for DC Fandom and whatnot. So we'll see what happens with that. But I'm a fan of this show, and I want to know if you are as well. So let me know what you think in those comments below, all right? Like, subscribe, click on the notification bell. Again, you already know what I ask you each and every week. Are you rocking with this show? Has the show grown on you? Or have you been like, I just couldn't get into it? Because that's cool as well. But make sure you follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. J Washington, MRJAY. You should know how to spell Washington, because it's right down there. All right, join my Patreon, my Supervillain Squad, patreon.com/Mr. J Washington. I put a bunch of content up there, a bunch of deep discussions. The one content that's going up there today, it is Wednesday as you're seeing this, and so by the time you should see it, it'll be up there already. We're going to talk about diversity changes and gender bending in comic book TV shows and movies. So I want to have a discussion about that, and check out the Mad Hype podcast everywhere you get your podcast from. I get you caught up on all the things happening in the Marvel and DC live action and cinematic universes. It is barbershop talk for nerds, Cloning the Convo with me on that. Blurs in the Hood live every Tuesday, 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern on the Blurs in the Hood channel, youtube.com/Blurs in the Hood, and twitch.tv/Blurs in the Hood. That's BLERDS, the letter N, THEHOOD. And the Doom Patrol reviews right here on the channel with myself and Winston A. Marshall every Thursday. Make sure you check those out. You are definitely going to want to see the episode review for this week. It's one of the things, one of them things we did. It's a doozy. All right. I think that's that. Holla at y'all later. I'm out. Take care. Bye.